going to show you how to get the secret garden step by step in the first Descendant. Hit the like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Before this starts, I do want you to know that you have to have hard mode unlocked after completing the story on normal mode. Also, to research this weapon, you have to be at least mastery rank 15. I believe you can still collect all the parts, but you won't be able to craft the gun until MR 15. Now that that's out of the way, starting with the polymer sink, you need to collect silicon, which can be found in resource and munition boxes in either the normal or hard mode echo swamp area. As for Hellion, you need to travel to the fortress and open munition and resource boxes there to get this material. For the highly concentrated energy, we need to be in the Hagios area and open up the encrypted vaults. Any tier of them will do, being the encrypted, precise encrypted, or ultra precise encrypted vaults. You do not need Enzo for this. He is just used for making the puzzles a little easier, but it's not necessary to have him. I'll show you 2 different locations of where these vaults can spawn now. As for the sink itself, I recommend farming this material in hard mode as the drop chances increase exponentially compared to normal. We will head into the derelict covert area in Echo Swamp. We want to complete this strategic outpost to get the amorphous material we need, which is 83. A Sharon is necessary as the amorphous that drops can only drop when you successfully infiltrate this mission in stealth mode. I'll show you the path to take just in case the map is a little confusing or you're having trouble finding the reactor to unlock this amorphous material. Next up, for the synthetic fiber, we will first need nanopolymers, which can be found in resource and munition boxes in the Agda Desert area. Then the same for reverse charging coils, these are in munition and resource boxes in the fortress area. For the data processing neural circuits, these can be farmed from hard mode enemies in Vespers. Any of these locations will do, and you can expect to farm these up to max if you're starting at 0 within a few runs of killing any of these bosses. And for the fiber part itself, we will need Sharon again because we're going for hard mode drop chance in the Sterile Land fusion reactor. We need the amorphous material 61, which can be farmed from the outpost by completing it in stealth mode. Once you grind a couple of those, you will need 38 monomer shards and 7 polymer shards, which if you find yourself low, you can still use Sharon to head into the void fragment just south where you can farm these materials with ease. Once you collect enough shards, head back to the fusion reactor, defeat the 2 bosses that spawn there, and hope you get the fiber to drop from the reconstructed device that drops from them. For the nanotube, we need Flectorite, which can be farmed from munition and resource boxes in the White Knight Gulch. Then for carbon crystals, we need the resource and munition boxes from the Hagios area. The balanced plasma battery can be farmed from either normal or hard mode bosses at these locations. You probably have some already from playing the game normally, but just in case you don't, go ahead and play a few rounds of these and they should drop no problem. I recommend hard mode as it usually comes with good amorphous material patterns for beating these missions, so it's up to you. For the nanotube part itself, we will once again rely on the outposts in hard mode to get the amorphous material 74 in Vespers. The increase in drop chance makes it better to grind these out in hard mode. You don't need Sharon for this material, but I still recommend you go with her because you can grind both Amorphous 74 and 75 at the same time by doing this in stealth. To unlock this pattern, we need to defeat the boss in the fusion reactor in the same area. I do not recommend if you're farming for organic and polymer shards that you do this non-attribute one, as the rewards for it are extremely low for what you have to grind for. Instead, bring a fire descendant like Blair to the Lost Supply Depot and grind the void fragment there as the rewards are more plentiful. Once you get this part to drop from the fusion reactor, all we need left is the blueprint. To get the blueprint, we need to gather the material 85. to fight 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗥𝗘 on hard mode for a higher set chance of a 32% chance to get this to drop. I kid you not, I opened up 7 of these materials and got the smithereens fiber all 7 times. So if you feel unlucky, just know I'm in the same boat with you. This is more than double the chance if you were to grind in normal mode with Devourer. In order to get the amorphous material, we need to head into the Echo Swamp and play the mission Seed Vault. Now there is something you need to know before heading into this mission. Before you start the operation, make sure to come to the top right where it says change and make sure this is on amorphous material 85 and not on 84. Just a little heads up on that detail. Head into the mission as normal and defeat the boss. Depending on your score, you have different set chances to receive rewards. You will always get an 85 as long as your score is at least 4,000 and will have a chance of getting a second 85 material from there. There are different set chances for getting more than one material, so just read it over if you'd like at the start of the mission. From here, we're going to go ahead and head into the 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗥𝗘 Colossus fight, and once defeated, use the reconstructed device to open up your material and hope for the blueprint to drop. I wish you the best RNG luck on this grind. Once you have all the parts, go and head to Anais and Albion to craft your components. They're not too expensive, so it shouldn't hurt that bad. Once they have all been completed, collect them and build your secret garden for 4 hours of real time and 100,000 gold. I wasn't really feeling too patient after the grind, so I went ahead and sped up the process with Caliber, but it's up to you if you want to wait the 4 hours. But good work on the grind, and I hope you can get this weapon very quickly. Thank you for watching. Drop a sub to see a build for this weapon in the near future. But remember to stay safe because the world without you is nothing.